Chapter 7, Treachery.
What should I whip up today?
You guys know the drill by now, right? We can't start a new story mission without having Lynn whip us up some delicious lunch first. We've actually already knocked off 3 of the options from her list, leaving us with something braised, something baked, or something broiled to choose from today. We've got tandoori chicken, pot pie, or beef braised in wine. Well, if we're going to undergo some treachery today, as the name of this chapter indicates, honestly, we might need to wash that down with some wine. So even though Lynn's only 13 years old, we're going to make sure she doesn't try any of the wine she's using for cooking. I'm going to ask for the braised beef in wine, please.
That is a great idea.
Lindley! What is Lindley making?
Beef braised in wine. Hey, Tatsu. Why don't you relax and take a bath before dinner? Got one all ready for you.
Tatsu love nice and hot bath before eating. Did Lindley use bath salts? Color and smell is lovely, just like it. Lindley, this is not bathtub. This is pot of boiling wine.
Little Spud's smarter than he looks. I suppose I'm just gonna have to use regular old beef instead.
Lindley is not funny. Lindley is not funny.
2 things that are certain in life: Lindley's home-cooked meals and jokes at poor Tatsu's expense about eating him. Well, that looks absolutely delicious. Thank you, as always, Lindley, to fuel us up for our next main mission.
What? Irina's team is calling for reinforcements?
Afraid so.
So what's the situation?
Turns out we found a piece of the life hold out in Oblivia. Those guys are after it.
What? We found a lifehold unit? That's great!
It's also news to us.
Unfortunately, it's not the core, but it's in primo condition, and every piece counts. Irina's team just happened to draw the job.
So, what happened? Trouble?
Trouble. Seems our ganglion pals have a base right near there.
I see. And their soldiers have come between Irina's crew and the lifehold, is that it?
Bingo. That's why we need to move quickly.
There's no time to lose. We'll leave immediately. Send us the mission data on Frontier Nav.
I've already got it here. I'll send it to everyone's comm devices.
Good luck.
All right. Chapter 7. A piece of the lifehold has been found in Oblivia. We need to head there and rescue Irina and her team from the ganglion.
Just be careful. The clock's still ticking, and we can't afford to lose our best people.
The clock is getting dangerously low. 27%? That's very worrying. What's even more worrying is the fact that Irina and crew have been ambushed by Ganglion, and I was saying earlier, there's 2 things in life that are certain about Xenoblade Chronicles X: Tatsu food jokes and home-cooked meals by Lynn. I should add a third. The other thing that's certain in this universe is that the Ganglion are not nice, cannot be reasoned with, and always want to kill us. So we need to head out to Oblivia as soon as we can to meet up with Irina and the rest of her squad. If there's a piece of the lifehold out there, we need to recover it, no matter if it's the central core or not. It's all going to be important to us in trying to build a new life here on this planet. So let's cut down on travel time by fast traveling to the east side of this new planet that we call home. And from here, if we just go north a little bit, this should be where Irina and Crow were last spotted. First, we've got this big guy walking by. For a guy that big, you'd think he'd be like, I don't know, level 99? He's only level 30, which seems surprisingly low. Now, for being that huge, he's gonna hit like an absolute tank, so I don't think I would even fight him at level 30. I think I would wait and fight him at level 35 or even 40, but still, I feel like his level is a little deceiving based on just his general size. But hey, don't judge a book by its cover, I guess. We're back into the very interesting part of Oblivia. It's not quite as deserty up here. We've actually got a little bit of foliage and wildlife, and greenery, or well, these plants, I guess you'd call them reddery. And it looks like Arena and Crew's last contact was just over here. I don't actually see... Oh, I spoke too soon. I was gonna say, I don't actually see any ganglion around, but I spoke way too soon. They are right there in their mechs. So now I'm really worried about Irina. Oh, there she is. Okay, no, her and Gwyn are both here. And it looks like they're relatively unharmed. Hey guys, backup is here.
I'm going after it. You three, cover me.
But that's suicide!
We need that lifehold unit, no matter what the cost.
Then let me take point.
Negative.
Lieutenant!
Irina, we're here to help.
Colonel!
We'll keep the hostiles busy. You look for an opening and secure the lifehold unit.
Yes, ma'am.
Seems like we arrived just in time. We stopped Irina from doing something dumb, like charging into the group of gangling there head on. And hopefully, while we provide a bit of a distraction, they can actually secure the lifehold. Alright, so we've got two mech-like creatures right up ahead, both level 22. Our crew right now is around level 25 and 26. The recommended level for Chapter 7 was actually 27, so I'm a tiny bit under-leveled, I think, but hopefully it's not going to cause too much of an issue. We didn't really have any issues at all in Chapter 6, even though we were a tiny bit under-leveled for that, so... I'm hoping just, you know, the type of gear that I have equipped and my general knowledge of the game can sort of overcome any deficits that we have in terms of level. I've been doing my best to keep my squad fully geared up and all of their arts and abilities leveled up as well. So as you can see, the squad that we're using today is actually me, Neil Nail, one of our new companions who I absolutely love, Elle and Lao. So we've got some diversity in races here. We've got two Xeno or alien races in Neil Nail and Elle, and then two humans in me and Lao. So it's nice to see some diversity on the team, and we've already taken down one of the mechs, so far the team is looking pretty good. These are called Assault Movas, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. For a second, I was like, maybe I should have brought my own mech up here, but it seems like we're doing alright, just on the ground. There we go. Beautiful. Bots down. Oh, but unfortunately, now there's more bots. Pursuit Kamovas have arrived now. 3 more, but alright. We took down the first 3, or the first 2, no problem. What's another 3, right? Even though they are a little bit higher in level. We're actually dealing with level 24s here, but I still like our odds. I'd put our money on us. Doing great, guys. Keep it up. I actually miss having Arena in my party because Arena is basically my designated healer, and as you can see, Elle is unfortunately pretty low on health right now. So if Arena was here, she'd probably really help us out, but alas, she is off recovering the piece of the life hold, which means we've got to hold down the fort. Alright, 1 bot is down, 2 more to go. Neil Nail is down. Dang. Alright. I can pull her up though, so that's no big deal. And as I say that, now Elle is down. But luckily, Lao almost has enough TP that he should be able to get him back on his feet momentarily. The second round of bots was definitely much stronger than the first round. There's more of them, they were higher level. And now I wish I had a mech of my own, to be honest. Okay, Elle's back on his feet, that's fantastic.
I'll need help.
This one's gonna cut. Close in and seal the team. Moving in.
Holy moly. All right, 2 down, 1 to go. We're all up on our feet. We're all pretty low on health, but I'm gonna use Thirsty Edge here, which will restore HP when using melee attacks to try to hopefully heal myself a little bit here.
Sorry, but I'm pretty.
Come on, guys, keep it up. If this doesn't provide Arena and her team with enough of a distraction to recover the life hold, I'm not sure what else we could possibly do here. We are giving them everything we've got. Both Nail and Elle have been knocked unconscious, but helped back to their feet. We've done absolutely everything we can do here in what has honestly been a pretty challenging battle. But I think we're gonna come out on top. I guess the question is there any more reinforcements waiting for us? Woo! Can we catch our breath? Oh my goodness. Okay, I think we can. Phew! What a series of battles right there. That was pretty intense.
I'm not picking up any more hostiles.
Friends get all of them? Tatsu not even break a sweat.
Wow, guys, we have gotten so strong. I'm so proud of us. Think of how far we've come in just 7 chapters. I remember when we were getting our butts kicked by like level 7s, and we just took down 5 mechs ranging from level 22 to 24. I'm proud of us.
That was great. We really kicked their butts.
Yeah, we
Cool it,
did.
You two. You need to stay focused. We still have a mission to do.
I know
Sorry,
that. I'm
ma'am.
focused,
You're
but I
right.
still want to celebrate our wins
Does
at the
feel
same
a bit
time.
odd, doesn't it? There were so many of them, but they barely put up a fight.
My thoughts exactly.
If you call that barely putting up a
This has been a
fight, then me and
diversion?
Lynn have different
We need to
definitions.
catch up with Arena's team before it's too late. Let's move.
Were we the distraction? Here I thought all along that we were being a distraction for Arena's team, but was it the opposite? Were we being set up so that they could actually focus on Arena? I mean, again, my definition of barely putting up a fight in an easy battle seems to differ significantly than the rest of the ladies' definitions. But regardless, if their guts are telling them that something's wrong, I'm gonna believe them. They've got a lot of combat experience, more than me, who's basically, you know, a spring chicken here. So it looks like the piece of the life hold is just about 1 kilometer ahead of us. We're gonna have to navigate our way through some pretty high-level enemies here. Level 42 chicken monsters that will give a wide berth. Oh my god, where the heck did that thing come from? Oh man, that scared me so bad. Okay, luckily I don't think it saw me, so we can just keep moving, even though my heart rate has been accelerated dramatically. Whew, talk about a jump scare. I guess he was waiting up on one of these bone-like rock formations. I hated every second of that. Okay. We've got some more monsters here that are more our level. I wouldn't mind fighting them if I wasn't worried that it would aggro the big guy here.
Sleeping dogs have risen.
Looks like we've got no choice, so let's hope we can fight them without aggroing the big guy, because that's what I'm going to be worried about. We should be able to take down a level 24 Hunter Rex, no problem. But big guy back there is level 39, so let's just hope he's not interested. He thinks this is too low stakes for him, kind of thing.
Won't miss this shot. Fire. Side slash.
Alright, perfect. Best case scenario. We took down the Grex, and the big guy had absolutely no interest in what the ants were doing down by his feet. Which, I mean, fair enough. Alright, we got some more big guys in here. A unique monster. Love the palm tree type things we have in this area. They're pretty cool. Oh, speaking of pretty cool, what the heck are these things? Oh my god, they're actually so cute! Look at their little pom-pom tails! I think this is the very first time I've seen this variant of monster. They're called Innocent Ovis. Oh, they're so cute! Look at their little faces! Okay, well, I just found my new favorite monster in the Xenoblade Chronicles X universe. Innocent Ovis. You are officially my favorite. Those are the cutest little things I've ever seen. They're like somewhere between an armadillo and a chinchilla and a hedgehog with like a puffy Moogle tail. I'm obsessed. I love everything about them. Wow. Well, that was a pleasant surprise, and the best part of all is that we don't actually have to fight them because that would be devastating. Wait a minute, is that a baby? Oh my god. Oh my god, look how cute he is. It's a baby Ovis. Okay, sorry, I'll stop squealing over monsters now. Back to our mission. We need to go make sure Irina's alright. Can you imagine if we show up 5 seconds too late to save Irina and co? She's like, where were you? And we just flash back to me screaming about how cute the innocent Ovis were. Oopsie daisies. Okay, priorities are in order. Now, unfortunately, to get to Irina, we did have to take a rather roundabout route. Yeah, we had to go all the way around this rock formation, but we should be getting pretty close to her now. Now, there is a level 41 big mantis monster right there. And we've also got a mutant alligator over here. Wow, it's never a dull moment. That's for sure. Unfortunately, I don't think the Lake Dylus is going to dethrone the innocent Ovis as my favorite Xenoblade Chronicles creature. Whoa, did you see that? We actually cut off his tail. That is so cool. I obviously knew that you could focus on different body parts, but I think that's the first time I've ever seen it reflected on the monster that we destroyed a body part. That gave me some Monster Hunter vibes right there. We cut his tail right off. And do we get anything extra for that? Yeah, we get the moving Dylus tail. Cool. Well, that was pretty neat. Okay, here we go. I got around the side of the mountain. I stayed away from all the big scary monsters. And now, Irina and crew, are they here? That must be the life hold right there. Yeah, there's Gwyn. Wait, where's Irina?
Gwyn!
Whoa, that was fast. And you were so outnumbered and everything.
Nothing can stop Team Tatsu. Tatsu eat baddies like them for breakfast.
Says tomorrow's breakfast.
Colonel, ma'am, well done out there.
Likewise. Now what happened to Irina and Marcus? Where are they?
They're up checking on the life hold unit.
Okay, everything seems okay so far.
No sign of hostiles?
Yeah.
No, dead quiet.
Maybe Elma's gut feeling was wrong.
It just felt so much like a trap!
Uh-oh.
Irina! Marcus! Run! Marcus!
Right.
Dang. There you have it, folks. Never doubt Elma's gut. She was right. It was a trap. And unfortunately, looks like the life hold was rigged to explode.
Oh, what a shame. You didn't fall for my little surprise.
I think I know who that voice belongs to.
That voice. The woman from Noctilum?
Yep. Think so. AKA not a friendly face.
I knew they had to be holding back their big guns for something. And here it is.
Well, aren't you the clever one? What you just saw was only a prelude, an amusement, if you will.
Blowing up our life hold amuses you?
Well, perhaps amusement is not quite the word. More like a deep satisfaction. Like curing an illness, or scrubbing an ugly stain clean. The stain of humanity.
Of course, the true pleasure will come from watching your real bodies burn. Not that I won't enjoy trashing these crude puppets of yours. It'll certainly be enough to tide me over for the time being. Till the real fun begins.
Then they know about the Lifehold and Mims.
You primate. We know all about your kind. Your fool's errand to gather these trinkets. Your race against time.
Human extinction is inevitable.
I could simply wait for the clock to run out, but where's the fun in that? I much prefer to see the looks on your faces.
How your features melt in fear as you twist in agony.
That's enough, you Samarian witch! Enough of your talk. Enough of the pain you've caused the universe. The only agony would be suffering you any longer.
Yes, Elma!
Oh, please. What would a mere human know of our history?
She is mine. Irina, your team has the others. Right.
Alright, well this is one of those moments where I definitely want my Skell, and luckily, loading into the battle, my Skell miraculously appears right behind me. Now, let's do this. To begin, I've got to give credit where credit is due. Almondal, that mech is freaking cool. I can't even lie, as much as I hate the pilot inside of it, I would be lying if I said this thing wasn't cool. As much as I love my Skell, I think this thing even kind of puts it to shame. It is huge, it's got a tail, it is pretty freaking cool, alright. But luckily, going into Chapter 7, we actually completed the requirements to get a Skell license of our own, meaning we can go mech to mech against her. I can't believe that somehow they know the secret about humanity and that we're all actually just piloting robot bodies at the moment. How they found out that information, I don't know, but honestly, that is really bad news for us. Because if they know that our real bodies are housed within the core of the Lifehold, we might be in trouble. Speaking of trouble, she is just absolutely bombarding my companions right now. I need her to focus on me, because obviously, in my mech, I have so much more health. Unfortunately, she's not following for it, though. Neil Nail is down. Elle just joined her, and Lau's not far behind. This is really tough. Okay, this battle has been insanely difficult. I feel like at any given moment, at least one of my party members has been knocked down. But somehow we have pulled through. All of my party members have been able to accumulate enough TP to keep rezzing each other. And as you can see, the battle is almost over. We literally just need to hang on for a fraction of the remaining health, and this is a perfect time for me to get overdrive. Alright, let's finish this, everyone. Cockpit time! Let's shoot some Stinger missiles! Woo! Holy moly! That was an extremely difficult fight, but we did it! That's the power of a Skell for you. If I hadn't had my Skell license, I don't think I would have been able to beat that fight right there. That was important that we had a mech of our own.
Why would these aliens be this determined to destroy us?
Honestly, if I had to venture a guess, I'd say they're afraid. They fear humans. They feel threatened.
We threatened them? We didn't blow up their planet. We didn't hunt them halfway across the galaxy to wipe out their whole goddamn species!
Lieutenant.
I'm sorry, it just brings back a lot of emotions. I'll be fine. Let's go.
If you say so.
Colonel, with your permission, my team will report back to the city. I can't thank you enough for your support.
What was that about?
Irina had a younger brother. was best friends with Gwyn, actually. But he didn't make it onto the White Whale. We lost him when we lost Earth. Everyone's got a story like that. Not that it makes it any easier.
Alright, let's see what loot we got. Almondal, which is a hollow figure. Okay, cool. We'll take that. And now, we unfortunately weren't able to recover the life hold. All that's left is its smoking remains, but at least everyone, including Irina and Gwyn, got out alright. And we hopefully dealt a bit of a blow to the ganglion forces and maybe shut them up for a little bit. Regardless, as we were saying before the battle started, it's a little unnerving that they know so much information about humanity, including our MIM project, and are specifically starting to target the life hold. I think we're going to need to go report back to Vandom and let them know everything that's happened so far. Alright, back in New LA, let's go speak to Vandom.
Commander, we located the life hold, but...
Yeah, Irina already briefed me. I'm just glad you all got back here safe and sound.
Wish we could say the same for that archive unit. Another swath of Earth's legacy. It's irreplaceable.
Yeah, well, so are all of you. So cheer up, huh? Come on, let's get you guys fed. Dinner is on me this time.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Muscles.
Okay, this is weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Tatsu is suspicious.
What, a commander can't treat his troops?
If you're trying to thank us for this job, there's really no need. This time it was Irina's team. Next time it could be my team. Any blade would do the same for us.
Okay, fair enough.
Besides, Lindley cooks best.
Hey, thanks, Tatsu. Just for that, I'll make you some dessert today.
There you go.
The Spud's right. No one cooks like Lynn.
Thanks, Commander. If you wanted to join us, maybe I could...
Great. Let's eat.
Alright, well that ended rather abruptly, to be honest with you. That is the completion of Chapter 7. The Lifehold unit was destroyed. It's clear that the Ganglion detest humans, and also know that the Lifehold core's power supply will soon run out.
Wish I was this strong when I needed to be.
What's extra strange is that Chapter 7 was titled Treachery, and as far as I'm aware, no treachery occurred there in the chapter, which makes me think, did the treachery go unnoticed? Is the treachery still to come? Is the treachery anything to do with how weird Vandom was acting and inviting us to dinner? I don't know, I've got a bad feeling about all of this. Something's not adding up. And I suppose maybe we do have a rat, and that's how the Ganglion are up to speed on our whole Lifehold situation and ticking time bomb there on the top of the tower. Regardless, that is it for Chapter 7, folks. That was a very difficult battle, and thanks to our beautiful blue skull, we were able to pull through by the skin of our teeth. When we return next time, we need to get to work on some of these affinity missions that are beginning to pile up here in New LA, and we'll start working towards Chapter 8. Thank you all so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys back here soon for some more Xenoblade Chronicles X.